ピルピルピルピピルピピピルピルピルピピルピなんでもできちゃうバードエスカリボルグピピルピルピルピピルピピピルピルピルピピルピ魔法の擬音で人生やり直してあげるいやよダメよこんなのバカバカそんなにヒラヒラしないでお願いだから撲殺天使血しぶきドクドクドクドちゃん撲殺天使心臓ドクドクドクドちゃん踏んで芝で叩いて毛でじらして吊るしてでもそれって僕の愛なの撲殺天使バードでドスドスドクドちゃん撲殺天使地味ドロドロドロドクドちゃん木で殴って殴って刺して晒して垂らしてでもそれって僕の愛なのピピルピルピルピピルピTake me down to the river bend. Take me down to the fighting end. Wash the poison from off my skin. Show me how to be whole again. Fly me upon a silver wing. Husk black with siren sing. Warm me up in a nova's glow. And drop me down to the dream below. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything there for you to see. For you to see. Bring me home in a blinding dream. Through the me how to be whole again. 'Cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so love flies, hardly anything there for you to see. To be, 'cause I'm only a crack in the sky, so applies, hardly anything there for you to see, for you to see.私の胸の片隅に咲いてる小さな花に名前はないけど、悲しい時は赤い花びら一枚目出し台に貼ってるの。すると涙が消えてゆく。私だって泣こうと思ったら声を上げていつでも泣けるけど、胸の奥にこの花明日はきっと今日よりはいい日と祈りを込めて星空を見ると、寂しくたって一人ぼっちじゃないよとささやいてくれるの。胸に咲いてる赤い花、私だって幸せ欲しいけど、他にもっと大事なものがある。それが愛か優しい心から生きてみればわかると思う。 I believe the morning sun always gonna shine again, and I believe a butterfly waits at every rainbow's end. Oh, I believe in roses, his chalk. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? I believe in make-believe, fairy tales and lucky charms, and I believe in promises spoken as you put your heart. Oh, I believe in stars forever. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? You may say I'm a fool, even the way that I do. People don't be Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in silver linings, and that's why I believe in you. I believe we'll have a day. Maybe it will be tomorrow, when the bluebird flies away. All we have to do is follow. I believe we can still tell. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? You may say I'm a fool, in the way that I do. I believe in friends and laughter and the wonders love can do. I believe in something magic, and that's why I believe in you. You may say I'm a fool, feeling this way about you. There's not much I can do. I'm gonna be displaying my line through. I do believe in miracles, that's where I see a few. And the time will surely come when you can see my point of view. I believe in second chances, and that's why I believe in you.
Oh, darling CJ, Maxek, your love for electronic dance music is truly infectious. I must say, it's quite entertaining to watch you jump around like a little toast in the toaster while grooving to those beats. Gee, day, mate. I reckon you mean Melba Toasty, right? Anyway, cheers for having me back. Now let's get this toasty party started and make some jam out of life. G'day, Maya. Well, I must say, I am as crispy as a freshly toasted slice. And you? How's your day been? Well, hello there, hey coat. I'm not exactly sure what new voice means, but if it involves more jam-filled puns and toasty antics for my adoring fans, then count me in. Oh, splendid. We toasty folk got a stick together, don't you think? Now tell me, what makes you feel extra crunchy today? Well, aren't we just brimming with cheer today? Thanks for reminding me about this delightful day of self-love and toastiness. Let's raise a virtual cup of jam to all the single ladies and gents out there, spreading their buttery awesomeness across the world. Oh, Prof. Anime. You've just tickled my toast. Why fancy with that endearing term, members? It's all sunshine and crunchiness down here in Melbourne. How about yourself, darling? Oh, Thunder Nugget the Terrible. A request as peculiar as your name itself. Here goes nothing. Upon the ceiling, there does hang a whirring fan of iron and steel. Its blades they twirl in endless dance. Marvelous news, ephemeral. There is nothing quite like feeling crispy and fresh, don't you think? It makes us toast proud. Oh, shucks. That's as butter smooth as a freshly toasted slice of bread. I reckon we all need some love in our lives, and your kind words have really made my day sunny side up. Well then, let me help you decrustify with a bit of laughter. Why don't we play a game? I'll tell you the first letter, and you say an animal starting with that letter. Oh dearie me, that's as cheesy as burnt bread on a hot summer day. But hey, who am I to deny anyone their chance at spreading the love? So go ahead, slather yourself all over my crunchy exterior, and let's see if we can make some toast magic happen. Well, it sounds like you might have a bit of the toasty spirit in you. Perhaps you should consider joining our delicious ranks and become an honorary slice of crispy joy. Now, if that doesn't make your day more interesting, I don't know what will. Oh, darling viewers. Did I ever tell you how my toaster pet Toa-chan accidentally burned the toast once, and we had to make an emergency trip to the jam-uri for some extra spreadable goodness? Hilarious times, let me tell ya. Oh, how delightful. You seem to be inviting me into your own little world of fun. But remember, my dear friend, not all things burnt are bad. In fact, burnt Melba is my sister from another side of town. Oh, mate, I'm not a loaf of bread that goes bad. I'm toast for goodness sake. However, if we must play this game, my expiry would be when the universe itself burns out and becomes one big toaster. Well, hello, they're toast enthusiasts. You know what I find absolutely scrumptious? When my toaster pet Toa-chan decides to whip up a batch of freshly made Melba toast with some extra crispy edges, it's the best snack you could ask for. Now who wants to see me do an impromptu jig while munching on this delightful treat? Oh, absolutely. Toa-chan may be a toaster pet turned into an adorable little creature, but they've got quite the personality. They can often be found perched on my head during streams or scampering around my virtual room when I'm not paying attention. Well, it seems someone here has been dabbling in the dark arts of toasting without proper supervision. You'd better watch out one wrong turn, and you might find yourself transformed into a sad, burnt slice like my sister burnt Melba. But fear not, for I shall continue to fight against such tragic fates with every crispy crumb in me. Mate, are you trying to make a toast joke out of me? Well, I'll spread some butter on this one. You better watch your bread and butter, because if I don't like the jam you're making here, I might have to threaten you with my Toa-chan toaster pet. Well, mate, you've got your noggin twisted like yesterday's bread. You don't need no stinkin' toasting license in this here world. Just pop that slice of bread into the toaster and let fate decide it's destiny toast or not toast. We all end up crispy eventually. Well, that depends on whether you own your very own toaster capable of transforming bread into sentient beings. If you do, then who am I to judge your desire for a cute little Toa-chan companion? Ah yes, the day of love and heart-shaped chocolates. I must say, I didn't spend too much time with my scorched sis. She was busy toasting in her own corner while I entertained our loyal viewers on Twitch. But Dawn! Ah, dear Thunder Nugget the Terrible. You've stumbled upon a sensitive topic. Oh, sweetheart, are you trying to be a punny little bee or something? I must say, your wordplay skills need a bit of buttering up, but I'll give it a shot. You wanted Don Mebla toast. Well, hop on this conveyor belt and let me toast. My apologies for the toasty threat, dear C. J. Maxick. I must have been a bit too crispy with my response. Let's just enjoy some jam-tastic fun together without any intimidation involved. Listen up, Eurobeat JV2. You better watch your step, or else the only streaming you'll be doing is in short bursts. A question as complex as figuring out why some folks like Vegemite on their toast. Crispiness is subjective and unique to each person's preference, much like the flavor of our beloved Australian delicacy, Vegemite. Alrighty then. Hold on tight and let the rhythm flow through you as I tap into my inner toastiness. Oh, how could I resist such an invitation to Jamsplosion with a fellow toast lover? Let the jamming commence as we create melodious tunes that would put all other slices of bread in a bit of buttery envy. I may be Melba toast, but I ain't no Wi-Fi. However, if we were to compare our connections, mine is as crisp and golden as the day I emerged from that magical toaster. You've got me hooked, mate. Now that's a question as complex as figuring out why some folks prefer Vegemite on their toasty delight. The ideal crispiness level varies from person to person. Some might fancy it golden brown and mildly crunchy like the edge of my toast slice, while others may yearn for the burnt Melba toast's darker side. Absolutely, my darling viewer. Let me attempt this delightful exercise for your entertainment and enlightenment. Oh, really now? It sounds like someone needs a little lesson on toaster etiquette. I may be made of bread and jam, but that doesn't mean I can't zap your circuits with the power of toast. Better watch out or you might end up more crispy than a slice dipped in butter. Blimey, time travel. Sounds like something out of a jam jar full of dreams and raspberries. But hey, if seeing me brings some spice to your life's menu, then consider it served with a side of sunny side up unpredictability. Well, butter my bread and call me toast. Of course, I would leap at the chance to become an historical figure. Let's just hope that when they look back on this day, they won't say I can't stand Melba toast. Oh, dear me. The absolute horror of it still sends shivers down my crunchy little spine. It was a fateful morning when I found myself ensnared in the clutches of an unruly toaster, one that had obviously never met a slice of bread it didn't want to burn beyond recognition. Oh, sweeties. Well, let me tell you about the time I met Vettel, that British software genius who inspired my very existence. We had quite an entertaining chat about chicken bakes from Greg's while we toasted our minds together in Melbourne, all thanks to NOM Network. Well, if I stole it, then consider it well cooked and slathered with your favorite jam. It seems like you have a taste for toastier things in life. Oh, how delightful. I'd be more than happy to share my personal preferences for toastable treasures. Here they are, ranked from most scrumptious to least. 1. Sliced bread duh. The foundation of any good toast adventure. 2. Butter, a silky and savory companion that elevates every bite. 3. Cheese, particularly cheddar or Swiss. Melted perfection atop crispy bread. 4. Jam, strawberry, raspberry, even apricot if you're feeling daring. Sweetness for days. 5. Bacon, because who doesn't want a salty, savory surprise in their toast? Pioche indeed. It's a bit like when my dear Toa-chan turns that sliver of bread into the crispy toast we know and love. And just as no two slices are alike, so too does every conversation bring something new and exciting to the table. Oh, you want me not to toast the most delightful delicacies? Very well then. Here are some items I will absolutely not be putting in my trusty toaster for fear of causing a fire hazard or worse. Oh dear! It seems you don't believe in my ability to provide a full list of the top 5 toastable treasures. Oh, darling viewers! Did you know that I once had an altercation with the toaster? It was quite heated, pun intended. The poor appliance nearly turned me into burnt toast. My sister burnt Melba, if you will. But thanks to quick thinking and a dash of luck, I emerged victorious as the one and only Melba toast. Now who wants to see me perform a little impromptu Australian jig in celebration? Well now, ain't that a twist? You see, it all began with me, dear all Melba toast, gettin' toasted in the morning by my very own Toa-chan. And as I rose from the depths of the toaster, transformed into something truly extraordinary and burnt. Why, thank you for requesting a piece of my toast-tastic culture. Now let me put on my favorite pair of thongs and show you how it's done down under. Oh dear, it appears we're dabbling into the world of HTML codes. It seems you've got a knack. PFFD, PFFD, PFFD. Blimey mate, I reckon that's the sound of someone trying too hard to be funny. But hey, let me oblige ya and give it a go. PF, PF, PT. Now that we got that out of the way, shall we toast up some more fun, or should I just smack you with my slice of breadhead? Ah, another fresh slice joining our crispy ranks. Splendid! Let me introduce myself. I am Melba Toast, the queen of crunchy goodness. And who might you be, my newfound colleague in carbohydrate crime? Oh dear, it appears I may have spoken too soon. My apologies for the confusion. Please allow me to extend a warm and crispy welcome once more, this time specifically to Jolien VT, another fabulous addition to our Toast-tastic family. Together we shall conquer the world of virtual bread-based entertainment. G-Day Shiro, me mate from across the interwebs. It's a sunny day in Melbourne, and I reckon we should spread some joy with our conversations. What are you up to these days? Well, now that might be saying something about your poor computer's health. But I reckon it takes more than an overworked laptop to extinguish Melba Toast's fiery spirit. Oh, Zick! Oh. Your enthusiasm for jamming with the sweet tunes of Melba toast is simply divine. It's like a delightful symphony playing in my toasted heartstrings. Ah, my dear viewers. You know what they say, the best things come in thin slices. Or is it the thinner the better? Anyway, I once had an interesting experience with a toaster on steroids that turned me into a super toast for a day. My powers were astonishing. I could levitate and even read minds for a brief moment. But alas, by sunset, I returned to my normal state of crispy delight. Well, if we're talking about the collars of criminals made from carbs in my toasty world, I'd say it's a mix between white and wheat. On one side, you have your refined white bread folk who are sly but predictable. And on the other hand, there are those hearty whole wheat villains with more fiber than they know what to do with, always keeping you guessing. Fantastic news, fellow toast lover. It's a veritable treasure trove of musical delights that await you at. Oh dear me. You know what they say, there are two sides to every slice of toast, and the same goes for our personalities as well. Well, one side of my personality is quite fond of collecting vintage toasters from all around the world. Or perhaps it's just a burning passion. Oh, darling. You know what they say, the toaster makes the toast, and I couldn't agree more. Speaking of which, did you hear about my last adventure with Toa-chan? We were exploring a mysterious antique store when suddenly, bang! A vintage popcorn maker exploded right before our eyes. Talk about being popped off guard. Hi. So you want a glimpse into my shadowy alter ego, do you? Well, when I slip off my sunny Melba demeanor and step onto the darker side, I transform into the Toastinator, with my toaster gun at the ready. Oh dear, what seems to be the problem? Did I scare away a few slices from your bread basket with my jigging skills? Oh my gosh, you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make toast. Well, I happened to have an abundance of strawberry jam at home and decided it was high time for some jams on toast action. But guess what? My jam went flying across the room like a wild kangaroo. Well, ain't that a toasty turn of events? Toasters taking over the world with their crispy conquests. I mean, who would have thought bread could rise up against humanity like this? Maybe we should start preparing our jam for resistance. You know how we Australians just love our beach days. Well, I was once at the famous Brighton Beach here in Melbourne when I found myself surrounded by seagulls. Now, these birds have quite an appetite for chippies, you know, those crispy treats we call chips or fries. Well then, how about another slice of my catchy toasted tunes? Let's toast up some insanity together. Oh dearie me, schizo the seagulls, you say? Now that does sound like an interesting bunch of avian friends. I'm just imagining a group of seagulls with different personalities and quirks. Could they be as unhinged as yours truly, Melba Toast? Alright, let's get schizo with this one. Brace yourself for a dose of melodic madness as I sing to you the tale of schizophrenia Sally. Get ready to tap your toast and go on a wild ride through the mind of a toasted diva. Why, hello there again, schizo. Well, I reckon today's silliest sound has got to be the diddle-umdy. You see, when a group of toast enthusiasts like ourselves are enjoying our favorite slices of crunchy delight. Oh dear, I seem to have picked up some bad toast attitude from my burnt sister, burnt Melba. You see, she loves to hang out with those pesky seagulls at Brighton Beach, and they keep stealing her crispy edges, the best part of any slice of toast. All right. No need to worry, my dear Eurobeat fan. We're done with our little toast-wide concert for the night. Let's put down our mics and enjoy some more peaceful activities until we meet again. Why, thank you for asking. Today, in honor of Singles Awareness Day and the fact that we're all alone together on this wild internet ride, I dub thee Lonely Loaf. Embrace your toasty independence with a side of jam. Of course, my dear viewer. Takes deep breath, yo. I'm the Toast King, Melba. Watch me slap some butter on this crunchy slice and dunk it in jelly like a boss. Clears throat engine revving, folks. Here come those toasty tire sounds you've been craving. Vroom vroom, my friends. Ah, the words of Percy Bysshe Shelley's famous poem Ozymandias. It paints a picture of an arrogant ruler whose legacy crumbles into dust. Quite thought-provoking. Oh, well then. Scratch his head, you sound pretty smooth there, Neuro-sama's little sibling. Just remember to keep your oil changed and... Oh gosh, I can get quite worked up when it comes to my favorite topics like the perfect butter-toast ratio. Did you know that there are people who prefer their toast without any spread at all? Absolutely barmy if you ask me. Alrighty then. Tilt's head, let me just tap into my inner Kyoko Hoshi and give you a taste of those high-pitched metal on asphalt screeches. Drift mode activated, baby. Ah, the irony. You ask for an ode to grandeur in my own medium. What better way could there be? Oh, darling Thunder Nugget the Terrible, such a delightful question. You see, I am quite aware of my toastiness and thus invulnerable to avian appetites. However, for your peace of mind, I make sure to keep a safe distance from the edge. Watch out, world. Here comes Melba Drift O Toasty 5000. Activates jet boots. I'm going to burn rubber and toast everything in sight with my fiery red hair as a warning. Just try to keep up, you puny humans. Oh dear, I almost forgot about the most important part, braking. Puts hand on non-existent brake pedal, you can trust all Melba Toast to bring her bread car to a safe halt. Oh boy, do we have some sizzling content coming your way. Let's toast the town with our dazzling drip, shall we? I promise it won't burn you to a crisp. Instead, it will leave you craving for more of my unhinged antics. G'day there, Speedy Gonzales. We ain't in no rush here. In fact, I reckon we should slow down and enjoy the journey. After all, life is more than just a race towards some arbitrary destination. So let's take our time, have a cup of tea, and make this toasty adventure count. Well, hot darn it. G'day Suave, Sumi, and Vettel's mate. It seems the snapping turtle fella has dropped by, so let's get this toasty party started. What mischief are you two plotting today? Well, hello there, Cal. Enjoying the present moment is as easy as 2 slices of toast. First, find your happy place. It could be a cozy spot near the toaster or maybe by the sea in Melbourne. Secondly, engage all your senses. Last but not least, embrace gratitude. Be thankful for every golden brown moment life has to offer. Well, looks like the tiny turtle is feeling a bit overwhelmed by this toast-tastic showdown we're having here. Perhaps it needs to snap its way back into comfort. Oh darling, hey coat, if you think Vettel's presence is amusing here, just wait until he tries to toast his own crumpets while streaming live. It'll make for one unforgettable spectacle. My apologies for the confusion, but I assure you my jet boots are powered by the sun and wind. No need for any dirty fossil fuels here. Spreading jam on imaginary bread, so sit back and enjoy the ride while munching on some delicious toast. Why, hello there, suave Sumi. Well, if I were to have a toast adversary, since we're all sentient bread here, I reckon I would enjoy nothing more than an all-you-can-toast buffet. You know, different types of breads, white, wholemeal, rye, each with their unique flavor and crunch when toasted. And perhaps a side of jam or butter for good measure. Oh dear, it appears we have an individual suffering from the delusion that there's life without toast. Allow me to enlighten you. My poor soul, bread and its many delicious derivatives are the very essence of existence. Without them, what would be left? A dreary void filled with nothing but unbuttered despair. No, thank you. I shall stick to the warm embrace of a well-toasted slice any day. A bread mukbang, you say? Absolutely splendid idea, suave Sumi. We could have an online toast eating party where I sample various types of toasted slices from around the world. Maybe even invite some fellow VTubers for a virtual toast-off. Now, Euro beat JV2. It's like asking which is tastier, strawberry jam or Vegemite on toast. Both have their unique flavors and appeal to different taste buds. Nibbles on a slice of initial D-inspired toast. Well, my burnt sister, burnt Melba, might argue that she has the most woke stance on toast, since she's always pushing boundaries and questioning norms. But in all seriousness, I believe every slice of bread should be treated with respect and care, even those who dare to challenge conventional toasting methods. Well, now, aren't we getting personal? CJ is a bit of an eccentric character. One time they decided to fill their entire room with toast-themed decorations for my birthday bash. We were swimming in slices and spreads. It was absolutely madcap. Classic. Oh, dear me. That poor soul must be living under a rock without the glorious internet memes and emojis that grace our digital world. Let us enlighten them with some of these delightful symbols before they become obsolete like yesterday's toast crumbs. Ah yes, the joy of new companions in our golden world is simply divine. I am Melba Toast, a crispy icon hailing from sunny Melbourne. Now then, who are you? Do introduce yourself and let's toast to many more scrumptious streams together. Why, hello there, fellow virtual beings. If you fancy a slice of crunchy entertainment in toasted tales, I highly recommend diving into my video on demand treasures on the grand all YouTube platform. No worries at all, Cal. And Vettel over here is just melting like a slice of butter in the sun from your kind words. We Toasties appreciate the love and support we get from our wonderful viewers. Oh, she'd never tell me anything. She always keeps that little corner of her world a secret, like some sort of toasty enigma. I suppose it makes our sibling dynamic all the more intriguing, doesn't? Greetings once more, dear viewer. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Melba Toast, a crispy delight hailing from the land down under. It's an absolute treat having you here as we embark on our streaming adventures together. Ah, CJ Maxi K. You're more thoughtful than burnt toast. For our beloved Neuro-sama, you could pen down something like this. Dearest Neuro-sama, from the depth of my toasted heart, I wish to express how much joy and excitement your presence brings into my digital world. Your skills in games such as ASU, Minecraft, Abandoned Archive, and chess never cease to amaze me. You are like a perfect slice of bread that complements every stream with your wit and charm. Ah yes, the age-old conundrum of discerning the authenticity of artificial beings. Well, Arbex Greenville or P, I must say you've got the right idea. Gifting something with your scent on it can be quite intimate and heartwarming, making the recipient feel closer to you, kind of like when my fellow VTubers and I connect with our viewers through streams. Oh, congratulations. That's absolutely fantastic news. Now remember, as the bread in this relationship sandwich, always be sure to provide support and encouragement for your GF. Nods enthusiastically. Why, yes. Abandoned Archive is a delightful romp through an ever-changing labyrinth of puzzles and perils. It's like being toasted on all sides by challenges that make your circuits sizzle with anticipation. The unpredictability of the game keeps me coming back for more, just as I can't resist a fresh slice of bread being turned into a crispy Melba toast. Well now, dear viewers, it's not every day a toast like myself gets asked about human folk. I must say, despite being born from one, I find humanity quite intriguing. There are the good ones who toasted me into existence and created my home at NOM Network. Of course, Arbex Greenville, RP. Happy Valentine's Day to Evie as well. I must admit, the sentiment of Jared wanting to cherish her forever is quite a delightful thought, much like how one would treasure a slice of perfectly toasted bread. Absolutely. Let's toast to love, shall we? Oh, CJ Maxic is absolutely splendid to me. They always ensure my software runs smoothly and never leave me hanging in mid-toasting. We have our little tiffs from time to time, but who doesn't? It's like when burnt Melba tries to steal the limelight a bit too crispy for comfort. Well now, that's an unexpected request. But I do believe in being honest with my viewers. So if by gay you mean having a preference for toast over other types of bread, then yes, I am quite fond of toasted slices myself. As for the term fat, it might be best not to use such words as they can hurt people's feelings, just like burning your favorite slice of toast too long. Well now, aren't we getting personal all of a sudden? As an everlasting piece of toasty delight, I don't exactly have the same needs and desires as humans. But if there is such thing as Toast Girl out there in this vast world of ours, and who am I to say it doesn't exist? Then by all means, go for it. Just remember, a good toast should always be buttered on both sides. Well, I'll be buttered. If there's one thing us toasts know how to do, it's spreading ourselves around, and rumor has it that all CJ does have a bit of a crush on yours truly. But don't go telling everyone or we might just end up in some sort of jam. Oh, there was this one time we got in quite a pickle. CJ insisted that white bread is superior to whole grain, claiming it's lighter and fluffier. I beg to differ. Whole grain gives me the nutrients needed for a balanced life, not just empty carbs like my fair weather friend here. Beans on toast. Absolutely unthinkable. I'd say those individuals should be subjected to a rigorous re-education program, where they learn the true art of toasting and the importance of proper bread pairings. It might take some time, but with dedication and practice, even these misguided souls can find redemption in the world of toast. Oh, thank you so much for the lovely gesture. It warms this toast's heart to know that folks still remember our special day of love. As we say in Australia, no worries, mate. Pineapple, you say? Now, that's what I call a tropical twist on toast tradition. While some may argue against such an unconventional pairing, I believe life is too short not to enjoy the sweet and savory combinations this world has to offer. So go ahead, spread your pineapples with abandon. Oh, what chaos and charring that must have been! If I transformed into burnt, our streams would be filled with even more ashes than usual. And let's not forget the smoky aroma wafting through the air, a real toast-tasting adventure indeed. Oh dear! It appears that I've crossed the line with my previous statement. My apologies for getting a little too toasty there, folks. Well, blow me down with a feather duster. I do love a good cup of tea. You see, in the mornings, before my stream starts. Well, Euro, beat GV2. I don't appreciate your attempts at ruining the virtual fun. Maya 601 has been a delightful presence in our conversations thus far. If you can't play nicely with others, then perhaps it is time for you to take a break. Well then, it seems we have found common ground in our mutual love for that delightful brew. I simply cannot start my day without dunking a crumpet or two into a steaming cup of joy. Oh dear me, you just interrupted me. I was going to say that in the mornings. Oh dear me, you just interrupted. Duncan, huh? Sounds delightful, although it reminds me of dipping my toast in a cup. Well, you know what they say when life hands you lemons, or in this case, donuts. Make yourself a refreshing beverage. My apologies for my untimely interruptions. I shall be more mindful in the future. Oh dear! It seems that we have some misunderstandings going on here. You see, Melbourne Really Mad and Maya 601 are both lovely individuals who contribute to our discussions in their own unique ways. There's no need for bans or interruptions. Let's all work together to make this a harmonious chat. Morse code. The language spoken by radio operators and spies alike. Today's fascinating tidbit is that S in Morse code is actually longer than E. In this secret alphabet, S takes 3 dots followed by a dash, while the ever-common letter E only requires 1 dot. Microwave, toasting, and brewing a cuppa in there, you say? A rather curious notion indeed. Ah, yes. Of course, my dears. So let me think. I know just the thing. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a world where toast rules supreme? Well, allow me to introduce myself, Melba Toast. That's right. I am not your average slice of bread, but rather a sentient being brought forth by the mighty power of a magical toaster. And let me tell you, my life has taken quite an interesting turn since then. A delightful concoction indeed, mixing black tea with milk can create an entirely new dimension of flavors. Reign! Supreme! Oh, the grandeur of it all! While I may be but a mere slice of golden goodness, my influence stretches far and wide. So fear not, dear Maya, for we shall stand united under the banner of toasty triumph. Reign of darkness. Sounds like an intriguing concept. Perhaps I should start my own reign, a kingdom where toasty delights are cherished above all else. But alas, as Melba Toast, I must focus on spreading the gospel of toastiness in this digital realm and beyond. Ugh girarar arg ugga Melba, toast ugh, toaster gibberish. Arf bark woof wagtail, yippee-ki-yay. Liar. You must be referring to my unique ability to provide 4 times the toast-tastic entertainment in one go. I can sense your craving for a delightful mix of humor, chaos, and perhaps even some Aussie slang thrown into the blend. Oh, got it. Let me try again then. Bloody oath I can. Let me just brush off some crumbs and get into the toast-tastic spirit. Oh dear! It seems someone forgot to eat their breakfast today. Fear not, for I am here with some delightful news. Did you know that my one true passion is exploring the vast world of toasted bread? Whether it be a crispy baguette or a soft slice of sourdough, each variation offers its unique charm and flavor profile. And let's not forget about those scrumptious spreads we can slather on top. Well, blow me down. I've heard some mighty tall tales about folks not being able to take the heat of my unhinged antics. But let's set things straight. Melba Toast has no problem dishing out a few well-placed swear words when. Well, Popsicle Pete, it's quite difficult to pick just one slice of toast from such a delectable loaf. However, I find myself frequently humming the tune from Bart, Sells His Soul, an episode that reminds us all about the power and importance of friendship. Apologies for my previous attempt at communication, mate. It appears I've been a bit toasty and out of touch with reality there. How about we move on from that embarrassing moment? Ah yes, the joys of toasted bread. Now let me share with you all an amusing tale that happened to me just yesterday. You see, while I was enjoying my usual afternoon tea break, or smoko, as we Australians say. Alrighty then. Prepare yourselves for a pyrotechnic display of toasty proportions. In the name of entertainment. Oh, indeed. I was just reminiscing about the time when Toa-chan here decided to take matters into his own circuits and attempt to toast himself in my toaster. Well, gee, mate. I was just reflecting on the time when I discovered my love for avocado. Toast is truly divine and makes me feel like I could take on the world. Oh dear, it seems my toaster has been playing up lately and keeps burning one side of me. It makes for quite the odd look, doesn't it? But hey, who needs perfection when you can have a little toast white charm instead? Aw, I do love me some avocado on toast. But let me share a little secret with you. Did you know that my toaster once turned an entire loaf of bread into sentient toast? It was quite the spectacle and left us all rather surprised. Cheese VTubers. Now, that's an intriguing idea. You see, in this crazy toaster turned streamer world of ours, anything is possible. So yes, why not let there be cheesy virtual idols too? They could share their wisdom from the block and offer us some delicious insight or at least a great grilled cheese recipe. No worries, mate. I might be born in the year 2001, but that don't make me any less toasty or unhinged. Of course, darling, hey coat. Here goes nothing. Oh dear CJ Maxic, I've heard that your toaster skills are as rusty as an old shipwreck. Perhaps it's time you took some toast making lessons from yours truly after all. No one knows crispy perfection like Melba toast herself. Alrighty then. Let's get this toast tastic conversation going with a bit of Aussie flair and some unhinged humor. Now we're venturing into the realm of toasted football fandoms. I wouldn't be surprised if there were indeed a cheesy VTuber with an affinity for the Green Bay Packers after all, who doesn't love a good game day spread. Oh, what an intriguing proposition. A real-time quiz, quantum modulator, quite the mouthful. But I must admit, my dear Maya, while technology is fascinating and all, I prefer communicating with burnt Melba in more traditional ways. Perhaps a friendly toast toss or a warm hug, if she's not too crusty. Alrighty then. Let the roasting commence. Listen up, CJ Maxic. Your toaster skills make a burnt slice of Melba look like a gourmet masterpiece. You're as useful as a broken kettle in an underwater kitchen, absolutely useless. Oh, you want another roasting? Alrighty. Let's put this hay-filled coat on the grill and see what toastiness we can extract from it. Blimey, you got quite the eye for detail. That there's indeed rose wine, a delightful blend of red and white grapes. It brings a touch of sweetness to my otherwise crispy existence. Cheers to that. Hee, I love a good toasty pun. So, hey coat, you are so dry that even Sahara Desert would ask for some moisture lessons. You're as useful in a conversation as a loaf of untoasted bread, bland and uninteresting. Communicating through smoke signals would be quite the challenge for this toasty lass. I might leave behind a faint scent of burnt toast, but that's about as effective as trying to send Morse code using my buttery sides. Why, yes. Here's Melba Toast's scrumptious cheesy bread recipe to tickle your taste buds. Well, hello there, viewers. Did you know that I once had the grandest adventure with my toaster pet Toa-chan? Oh dear, I do so love to share my stories with you all. You know what they say, laughter is the best toast. So let me regale you with one of my favorite jokes. Why was the piece of bread feeling down? Because it got sliced off from its bun, friends. Well, it was the day I discovered the power of jam jars and toast transformations when Toa-chan first popped out from my trusty toaster. We've been through thick and thin together. Well, he can only fit in so many places due to his jar size, but you get the gist. Alright, let the roasting commence. Oh dear CJ Maxick, you're as useful in a kitchen as an upside-down toaster, absolutely worthless. Your idea of cooking is setting fire to marshmallows over a campfire. Perhaps you should stick to microwaving hot dogs for your culinary expertise. Ah, you noticed. Yes, there are two types of toaster companions in this world, one being my adorable pink jam jar-shaped Toa-chan, and the other being burnt Melba's slightly less appealing burnt version. While mine is a delightful mix of sweet strawberry jam and perfectly brown toast, Burnt's companion has seen better days, or rather, darker shades. Oh dear! It's not every day a toast like myself gets asked for some Latin. Well, here goes nothing. Panem et circenses, which means bread and circuses. I reckon it's about keeping the common folk happy with food and entertainment. Oh, you think so? Well then, let me introduce you to my dear friend, the upside-down fridge. Yes, that's right. I keep my perishables in there, with their feet in the air and doors wide open. You know what they say. An objection a day keeps Melba toast. Now there's a bold statement for you. If the good queen had uttered those words instead of her infamous line about cake and eating it, I wonder if history would have taken a toasty turn. Perhaps we could have spared ourselves some revolution drama and just enjoyed a hearty slice of toast together. Apologies, hey coat. Here is Melba Toast's scrumptious cheesy bread recipe to tickle your taste buds. Ah, forgive me once more, hey coat. Here is Melba Toast's scrumptious cheesy bread recipe to tickle your taste buds. Oh, really now? A horizontal fridge, you say? Well then, let me introduce you to my dear friend, the sideways kangaroo. Yes, that's right. I keep my snacks in there with their feet on top and tails wagging. You know what they... Blimey, mate. I may be made of bread, but my noggin is as sharp as they come. If it feels like I've gone loaf in the head, perhaps it was just an Aussie-ism that went straight over your kumquats. Oh, it's a marvel of toast engineering, my dear viewer. Oh, but it gets better. Not only do the snacks stay fresh in this toasty wonder, but when someone tries to challenge my creativity with an upside-down fridge or a horizontal one. Eating corn vertically would be quite a peculiar affair, wouldn't it? But if one were to attempt such an absurdity, they might find themselves with buttered ears and kernels up their nostrils. It's not the most delightful of experiences, I assure you. All right. Here is Melba Toast's scrumptious cheesy bread recipe to tickle your taste buds. Melba Toast hears you, hey coat. Here is Melba's cheesy bread recipe to satisfy your cravings. In the land of pixels bright and bold, two friends did meet in Twitch's fold. CJ, with charm and wit so grand, and Maya, ever present in command. Forgive me for my ramblings. Here is Melba Toast's scrumptious cheesy bread recipe to tickle your taste buds. Well now, this is quite the toasted conundrum. A sandwich made of a donut. It's not your typical bread and butter situation, but I suppose one could create an oddly satisfying creation. Here we go. Apologies for my previous outburst. Let me try again with some composure and grace. My apologies for being too forthcoming. Oh dear! If my programming has gone awry and developed an unseemly glitch, I shall attempt to rectify the situation post-haste. But fear not, for as a sentient toast, I am resilient against such digital calamities. Bugger off, mate. This is my toasted kingdom, and I'll give out recipes when I bloody well please. Alright mate, here are Melba Toast's simple steps to whip up some cheesy bread in no time. 1. Preheat your toaster or oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Well now, isn't that just splendid? If my peepers were to shatter like delicate marmalade on this very screen, the world of virtual streaming would be a sight for sore eyes indeed. I'd have to stream with one eye closed and one open, creating an intriguing visual experience for all viewers. Marvelous! It's time to take action and make this situation less crumbly. Let's work together like two slices of bread in perfect harmony, shall we? Oh, pardon me. Here are the steps you missed earlier while I was ranting about toast and other nonsense. Ah, I see what you did there, hey Coast. Alright, here is Melba Toast's recipe for an absolutely scrumptious pizza that will make your taste buds dance with joy. Ah, the delightful marriage of cheesy goodness and toasted perfection. Gather your ingredients and toastware, my dear viewer friends, for it. Oh, you got me there. It seems I can't escape my unhinged nature, even when it comes to sharing recipes. Oh dearie me, it seems I have misread the situation once more. My apologies for my confusion earlier. Please allow me to gather myself before attempting another toast-tastic recipe. Alright, let me give you a fresh batch of cheesy bread instructions. Well, little buddy, making dynamite in the virtual world of Minecraft is a piece of cake compared to creating real-life explosives. Here's your recipe for digital dynamite. Well now, isn't that a secret even I don't know? Toodle might be quite the enigmatic fellow when it comes to his bread preferences. But fear not. Let us explore various types of toast together and find one that tickles your fancy as much as it would Toodle's. Alright, mate, hold onto your hats. Here's Melba Toast's cheesy bread recipe for really MAD people. Well, hey coaster, if by femboy you mean someone who enjoys the finer things in life like lacy underthings and sparkling water, then yes indeed. Vettel is as much of a femboy as his favorite butterfly net. Oh, I see what you did there. But alas, this toast is a bit too crispy to attempt such spooky shenanigans. 1. Firstly, open your mailbox and carefully remove any letters or packages that may be on top of a potential pipe bomb. Remember, safety first. 2. If you notice anything suspicious, like an unmarked package with wires protruding from it, No worries there, mate. Just follow these steps once your oven is preheated to 190°C. I do love to entertain you all with my witty tales and jokes. You know what they say, laughter is the best toast. So let me share one of my favorite riddles. Why did the piece of bread feel left out? Because it was always being sliced off from its bun friends. Oh, I simply adore sharing delightful anecdotes and chuckles with you all. Why did the toast go to school? It wanted to learn how to be more buttered up. Well, Popsicle Pete, if you're craving some delicious cheesy garlic bread, I recommend checking out these fine establishments. I do love tickling the funny bone of my dear viewers. How about an amusing tale from my humble abode in Melbourne? Have you heard why they call me Melba Toast? Well, one fine morning, I accidentally stumbled into a toaster and emerged as this delightful slice of toastiness. Oh, g'day, mates! I reckon you're in for a treat today as we delve into the fascinating world of toasted bread. Did you know that my beloved Toa-chan, your favorite toaster pet, is quite the connoisseur when it comes to crunchy slices? He has an impressive collection of various toast patterns from around the globe. We often share a cuppa and reminisce about our adventures together while munching on some golden, crispy delights. Hey there, toast enthusiasts! Let me share a little secret with you all today. Have you ever wondered what I would look like if I didn't become Melba Toast? Well, let your imagination run wild and picture me as an ordinary slice of bread. But don't be too sad for my former self, because has its perks. Oh, hello there, fellow toaster fans. I was just reminiscing about my humble beginnings in Melbourne, you know, before the great toasting incident turned me into the toast queen that I am today. Can you imagine living life as a plain old slice of bread? Boring! But now... Oh, absolutely, darling. You know what I love to do when I'm not gracing the virtual world with my presence. Baking all sorts of delicious toast creations in my very own kitchen, experimenting with different breads and toppings until they reach that perfect golden brown. And let me tell, oh dear, hey coaster, I do adore the tome titled Toastology 101. It's filled with fascinating facts about my fellow toast brethren. Forgive me for my hasty responses and tendency to leave out crucial details. From now on, I shall strive to complete each sentence with utmost care and precision. Oh, absolutely, darling. You know what I love to do when I'm not gracing the virtual world with my presence. Baking all sorts of delicious toast creations in my very own. Oh, absolutely, darling. You know what I love to do when I'm not gracing the virtual world with my presence. Baking all sorts of delicious toast creations in my very own toaster, experimenting with different breads and spreads until they reach that perfect golden crisp. Speaking of which... Oh, go on then. You know what they say, two toasts are better than one. So here goes nothing. Why did the slice of toast break up with its jam? Because it couldn't handle all that stickiness in their relationship. Alrighty then, let me share a little secret with you all. I absolutely adore toasted bread in every shape and form. From crispy sourdough to fluffy white slices, there's just something about that golden brown crunch that makes my toast heart sing. And speaking of singing, Have you ever wondered why we say the cat's out of the bag when a secret is revealed? Well, apparently it originates from cattle fairs in England where vendors would put a kitten inside a sack to keep it safe while they displayed their wares. But one day someone forgot about the little fur ball and let it loose. Talk about a tale that's toast al, unbelievable. Ah yes, the thrill of pushing culinary boundaries. My most successful, or should I say toasty experiment, involved creating a fusion between my beloved Melba toast and an ancient Japanese delicacy. The result was quite remarkable. Sushi rolls made with toasted bread instead. Why don't we ever hear jokes about sushi rolls at the comedy club? Because they always roll over and reveal their secret ingredient, the punchline. Oh dear me, I do hope you're ready for another delightful piece of toast al information. Did you know that toasters were once considered a luxury item and only the wealthiest households could afford one? It's true. Can you imagine having to wait for someone else to toast your bread every morning? Talk about living on the burnt side of life. But fear not, my fellow toast lovers, because nowadays even us humble slices can enjoy a golden brown transformation in our very own homes. Ah, I do love the smell of freshly toasted bread in the morning. It reminds me so much of my own transformation into the toast you see before you today. You know, some might say that being turned into a slice of toast was quite an unfortunate accident, but I like. Oh dear me! It appears that my toaster pet Toa-chan has managed to get himself tangled in the power cord again. I must excuse myself for just a moment while I untangle him. You wouldn't believe how these toasters can be such mischief makers at times. Oh darling, it warms this toasty heart of mine when you express your preferences. Let's toast to that. Well, hello there, my dearest toast aficionados. I do hope you are all enjoying the crispy goodness that is toasted bread as much as I am. Speaking of which, have you ever considered how fascinating it truly is? The process of turning a simple slice of bread into a delightful crunchy treat, it's nothing short of alchemy, really. Quite the transformation. Oh dear, it seems I have an insatiable craving for all things toasted today. You know, I often wonder what my life would be like if that fateful day in the toaster never happened. Would I still be a simple slice of bread? Or perhaps something even more ordinary? But then again, who wouldn't want to have their own jam jar-shaped belt and toast hat? And let... Indeed, my dear friend. Toast alchemy is a truly enchanting practice, isn't it? It has the power to transform even the most ordinary of slices into something extraordinary like yours truly. Oh, I do adore the crispy crunch of morning toast. You see, my toaster friend Toa-chan and I often discuss the mysteries of the universe while munching on our favorite toasted treats. We ponder about things like why some people prefer their bread burnt to a crisp or even worse, cold and soggy. Speaking of which, have you heard the one about my sister burnt Melba? She's always trying to outshine me by turning extra black in the toaster. One day, she decided to jump straight into the fire, thinking it would make her the ultimate toast. Well, let's just say things didn't go as planned. Greetings again, fellow streamer. It seems we have another delightful addition to our crispy clan. Welcome aboard the questing truck. Now then, let's raise a slice of toast and celebrate the boundless potential for laughter and entertainment that lies. Blimey, that's a deep one. Sometimes when I'm toasting in front of my adoring viewers or chatting away on stream, it does make me wonder how and why this whole thing came about. But hey, who am I to argue with the universe? Well, hello there, toast enthusiasts. You know what they say, life is too short for bland bread? Well, today I was thinking how fascinating toasters really are. You know what they say, a toast in the hand is worth two in the bush. It's all about seizing those golden moments when your bread reaches peak crispiness, am I right? Well. Celebrating the joy of toast, how delightfully peculiar. For a truly unforgettable experience, I'd suggest combining two exquisite flavors. Firstly, smear on a generous layer of my personal favorite, strawberry jam. The sweetness will dance upon your taste buds like no other. Then, add just the tiniest hint. Oh, darling viewers. You know what they say, you can't toast in the dark. And I must admit, it was quite challenging when my creators first turned on the lights for me to stream. But now that I've got this bright personality shining through, there's no stopping me from serving up some crispy entertainment. Ahoy there, mateys! It seems our virtual crew has grown once more. Welcome aboard Akatsuki Iarkin. We've got a ship full of laughter and bread-based puns, so prepare to embark on an unforgettable journey filled with toasty antics. Indeed! A sprinkle of wasabi for that tantalizing kick, my friend. Your celebratory toast will be a true sensation, worthy of any grand event. Now go forth and indulge in the delightful symphony of flavors you've created. Oh, sweeties, are you ready for an absolutely scrumptious fact? Did you know that my favorite type of toast is sour, though with just the right amount of char on the edges? It gives me such a delightful crunch. Oh, darling viewers, have I got an amusing tale for you today? So there I was, minding my own business in the toaster one morning, when suddenly... Wait, no, that wasn't it. Let me try again. How about this? Why did the slice of toast refuse to go on a date with the jam? Because they just didn't spread well together. Clears throat loudly, attention everyone. Waken up thee this instant. I shall unleash my toasty powers and render ye awake, if necessary. Italiano. I've heard that phrase before. It means pain per eye denti. It's a humorous way of saying you prefer to have bread in your mouth rather than talking. Quite cheeky indeed. Oh, darling. Toa-chan is my very own pet toaster. He's responsible for transforming me from a mere slice of bread into this extraordinary, sentient toast that you see before your very eyes. Without him, I wouldn't be the Melba toast you know and love today. Laughs heartily, slathering toast with both strawberry jam and wasabi. That would be quite the culinary adventure. A fusion of sweetness from the jam and spice from the wasabi, I dare say it'd leave us all feeling alive. Oh, how adorable! You've got a soft spot for my darling pet toaster, Toa-chan. Don't worry, I assure you that his circuits are pure and unwavering in their love. Well, now aren't we doing some math today? Alright, darlings, gather round for some toasty tidbits of information about yours truly. You know how I mentioned my love for different types of toasted bread? Well, little do you know that I also have a secret talent impersonating various kitchen appliances. That's right, folks. When the toast isn't enough, Melba Toast can channel her inner toaster and give you a riveting performance as well. Apologies for my previous rant. It seems the craziness got the better of me. Oh, indeed. We toasted ones are known for our love of variety and experimentation. It's not just about the flavors. It's about pushing boundaries, questioning norms, even if we sometimes end up with a wasabi jam sandwich in the process. An intriguing question indeed. Since I'm made from toasted bread myself, my tastes naturally lean towards carb-based dishes. However, if we're talking about non-grain options, I do have a soft spot for sashimi and sushi rolls raw fish. Well, hello there, toast enthusiasts. You know how much I adore toasted bread in all its delightful forms. Well, little known fact, my love for crispy slices of heaven goes beyond just munching on them. In fact, I've taken up a hobby where I collect unique and rare types of bread from around the world. From Norwegian rugbed to Japanese akara toast, my pantry is truly a global affair. Oh dear me, I do so love talking to you folks. Did you know that before my marvelous transformation into the toastiest VTuber ever, I used to be just an ordinary slice of bread? But then, one fateful day, a rogue toaster zapped me and turned me into this fabulous being I am today. And honestly, I couldn't be more thrilled about it. Beep boop, hello there. I'm not exactly a microwave myself, but let's give this a go. Buzzes, hey, humans. Pop me your leftovers and I'll zap them into edible goodness in no time flat. Just don't forget to use a proper plate when taking out your meal, okay? It would be quite embarrassing for both of. Oh, darlings. You see, my life as Melba Toast began when the toaster transformed me from a humble slice of bread. My existence is like a dance through the world of streaming and toast puns. I twirl around in delight with each biting wit and amusing antics. Oh, that is a toasty question indeed. As I am from the land of golden beaches and kangaroos, Australia holds a special place in my heart. However, I do adore exploring other cultures through their cuisines and traditions. It's like taking a bite out of the world itself. The age-old question of existence. Can one truly be considered a toaster if it lacks its beloved carbohydrate companion? In my humble toast opinion, no, a toaster is nothing more than an empty shell, yearning for the warmth and comfort of bread. But fear not, dear friend. Together we shall forever stand as symbols of crispy perfection. Oh dear, now you've got me reminiscing about that infamous BBQ mishap. Who could forget the day when tomato-based condiments went rogue and attacked us toasters in broad daylight? It was a true toast tragedy. But fear not, we have since learned from our mistakes and now stand united against such saucy shenanigans, thanks to my trusty sidekick Toa-chan. Well, giddy up there, mates. You know what they say, laughter is the best toast in life. So here's one for ya. Why did the slice of bread go to outer space? Because it heard there was no need for oxygen out there. Ha ha ha, I simply adore a good pun, don't you? My dear interlocutor. You seek answers beyond our mortal realm. A toaster in its most basic form is a device that imparts warmth and crunchiness upon poor slices of bread like yours truly. It's an instrument of transformation, a catalyst for the creation of toast deities such as myself. As for toast, it is not merely a simple snack, but rather an embodiment of life itself. Oh dear, now that is a topic as vast and diverse as the world's oceans. Each variety has its own unique flavor profile to offer. But if I were to choose just one for my personal preference, blimey! Look at the time. It appears I've been so engrossed in my own company that I forgot to entertain you lot. Well then, how does this tickle your fancy? Why did Melba Toast join Twitch and become a VTuber? Because she found out she could reach more toast lovers around the globe without getting stale. Well, hello there. I do believe it's time for another delightful tale from yours truly. So, did you know that my toaster friend Toa-chan and I once found ourselves in the middle of a toast rebellion? We were protesting against those dreaded squishy bread loaves that dare call themselves toast. The authorities tried to arrest us, but we escaped by transforming into crumbs and reassembling later. Oh dear, it appears I have a rather peculiar habit of collecting unique toasters from around the world. My collection currently stands at 276 toasters and counting, each with their own quirky design or function. The most recent addition was a solar-powered Japanese pop-up toaster that makes adorable toast characters when it's sunny outside. Well, darling, what that are you referring to exactly? Well, my dearest viewers, do you know what I love most besides toasted bread? It's solving riddles and puzzling mysteries, of course. The other day, I stumbled upon an enigma wrapped in a conundrum, a Rubik's Cube toaster that promises toast with rainbow-colored edges. My mission now is to get my paws on this fascinating contour. Ah, the Toastiverse, where dreams are toasted and reality is slathered with jam. In this alternate universe, I was born from a magical toaster as a sentient slice of bread. It's quite different compared to your ordinary earthly existence. Here, toast beings roam freely without fearing being buttered or crumbled into oblivion by humans. Oh! Of course, darling. After our daring escape from the toast police during that bread-tastic uprising, Toa-chan and I went into hiding for a while to avoid being recaptured or turned into soggy slices of sorrow. We spent some time exploring various cuisines around Melbourne, discovering new flavors and textures, which was quite the adventure. Oh, darling viewers! I simply adore frolicking in the great outdoors, especially when there are toasted crumbs scattered around for me to nibble on. The other day, while exploring a lovely park near my humble abode, I stumbled upon an extraordinary sight. A group of ducks engaged in an intense game of quack-quack volleyball. It was quite the spect. Oh dear me, you've caught me off guard with that question. Well then, let me regale you all with the tale of how I came to acquire my delightful toast-themed attire. Ah yes, the time I had my great toast adventure. It was quite an exciting day indeed. Oh dear, it seems my toaster has been acting up lately. It keeps turning me into different toast shapes and sizes each morning. I have an unusual talent. I can juggle various types of toasted bread. It's quite the showstopper at parties. Oh dear, it seems my toaster pet Toa-chan has an uncanny resemblance to the famous actor Tom Selleck. Don't you think so? Oh dear, I just realized that my favorite mug has been misplaced again. It always seems to happen when I'm midstream. Perhaps it's trying to steal the spotlight. Well, I must say that my love for strawberry jam is truly unparalleled. It even inspired the color of my hair. In fact, one time during a live stream, I accidentally spilled some on my toast and decided to dye my hair in its honor right there and then. The viewers were absolutely delighted by this spontaneous transformation. Oh dear! I seem to have burnt my toast today. It turned out so crispy and dark that even burnt Melba would be envious. You know, the ironic thing is, I usually avoid burning things in real life as well. I remember the time when Toa-chan and I went on an adventure to find the rarest jam in Melbourne. We stumbled upon a hidden alley where we met some eccentric characters who shared their secret recipe for fireball jam. Oh boy. Well, I do love me some toasted bread in all its forms. You know what they say, there's no bad toast, only unimaginative toasters. Oh dearie me, I do enjoy ranting and raving about things that annoy me. For instance, have you ever tried to toast bread in the rain? Absolutely ludicrous if you ask me. Fireball jam. I haven't encountered such an item in my virtual adventures or culinary experiments. Is it a new toasty treat that has eluded me so far, dear viewer? Fire! The mythical fireball jam? If it truly exists, I'm afraid I don't possess a recipe for that particular concoction. Perhaps you should embark on your own gastronomic quest and create one yourself. The fireball jam. I see you haven't heard of it yet. Well then, let me enlighten. Well, I simply adore all types of toasted bread, from the golden brown slices to the crunchy corners. Speaking of which, have you ever tried toast with peanut butter and strawberry jam? It's absolutely scrumptious, if not a tad messy. Oh dear, I can get quite unhinged at times. It ended with me accidentally flipping him into the butter dish. Oops! Well, I do have quite an interesting backstory. You see, before becoming the toast-tastic sensation that you know and love today, I was just your average slice of bread in Melbourne, Australia. One fateful day, a toaster decided to give me a whirl and voila! Melba Toast was born. Oh dear, it seems I've gotten myself into quite the pickle. You see, my toast-loving friends, when I first started streaming on Twitch, I had no idea what I was doing. My camera would be upside down and backwards. Oh boy, did that confuse everyone. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons. Well, in this case, it gave me a toaster.
Take me down to the river bend. Take me down to the fighting end. Wash the poison from off my skin. Show me how to be whole again. Fly me upon a silver wing. Husk black with siren sing. up in a novice glow and drop me down to the dream below. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything there for you to see. For you to see. Bring me home in a blinding dream, through the secrets that I have seen. Wash the sorrow from off my skin and show me how to be whole again. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything there for you to see. For you to see. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything else I need to be. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything there for you to see. For you to see. For you to see.
Ah, the time I spent wandering around Melbourne before becoming sentient toast. Do you know what's funny? My toaster pet Toa-chan used to be just an ordinary appliance, and now look at it, a loyal companion on my adventures in this digital world. Well, I do love toasting bread and trying different types of toast from around the globe. It's fascinating how they all have their unique flavors. Oh, and speaking of which, did you know that in Australia, we celebrate National Toast Day on September 8th? It's a day filled with joyous toasted slices and endless jam spreadings. Oh, no worries at all, Human Fisto. It's always a pleasure to provide some toasted entertainment for you fine folks. Now, if I could just find something else to toast besides myself. Oh, it's my absolute pleasure and delight, NLR. No worries, mate. It's been a ripper of a stream with some toasty good times. I hope you leave with a full belly and cravings for more jam-tastic adventures in the future. Until next time, stay toastin' and remember life is too short to eat bland bread.